Hello.
Hello, how you going?
How you going?
What's going on down at site today?
Yeah, I haven't come back the back way, and the same. I could just see a cloud of dust over the whole town. Straight out of there, just pouring all over the place.
What on earth could possibly be going in there?
Yeah, I don't know.
All
Beautiful.
right, catch you.
All right,
Bye.
see ya.
Bye. It's just fucked. It's so frustrating.
Bacchus Marsh is a small town on the outskirts of Melbourne. Initially a coal mining area, it's since become a farming community.
We've got plenty of kale. We could probably supply Bacchus Marsh with kale. We haven't bought tomatoes to cook with for years. One of the first people that we met lived in Bacchus Marsh, and we came to visit them and said, gee, this is a lovely town.
But 35 years on, and Bacchus Marsh is under threat from a proposal to dump soil contaminated with a toxic chemical known as PFAS.
Okay, so PFAS are known as forever chemicals. So they're man-made, and the carbon-fluorine bond is one of the most strongest bonds known. So it's very, very difficult to break.
PFAS are a group of chemicals that were widely used in firefighting foam in the 1970s, before being phased out in 2004 after concerns about health damage to local residents. 3 class action lawsuits have already been settled out of court in Queensland, the Northern Territory and New South Wales, and another has been launched. In 1991, the Coot Island chemical fire erupted at what is now Melbourne's new Westgate Tunnel. Firefighters used foam containing PFAS to put out that fire, contaminating the soil. There's one proposal that will see that soil trucked to Bacchus Marsh, and they won't know how toxic it is until it gets there.
The proposal that's been put in place is for 230 trucks a day to come into Bacchus Marsh, and each of them would be bringing 30 tonnes of soil. We started to look into all the effects of that PFAS soil. It can cause cancer and it can cause birth defects, and that's when we started to get more and more concerned about them bringing it out here to our community.
No toxic soil! No toxic soil!
1,500 people gathered to profess their anger and frustration at the lack of information, the lack of transparency about what's coming over here, because this is going to affect everybody if this goes ahead. So Noah, wave through the window. You wave down here, down here. So normally I would promise I would let you in my house and even give you a cup of tea, but obviously with coronavirus at the moment, we're stuck talking through windows, aren't we? To keep you safe. Noah is 9 years old. He has a thing called mitochondrial disease, which affects our daily living all the time. I've got enough to worry about without thinking in 10 years' time, are we all going to get cancer?
About 300 meters from our bedroom window. They will be bringing in these trucks along the road parallel to us. They'll rest there for up to 21 days while the testing is being done to determine how toxic whatever that is they brought into the town.
See the dust that's coming there?
That's a whole different truck. I haven't seen that one before. With PFAS and soils in particular, there's nothing yet in the world that can be done to remove them or make them safe. So I wouldn't live anywhere near a site that was storing large volumes of contaminated PFAS material.
Transurban, the company overseeing the Westgate Tunnel Bridge build, says that the level of PFAS in the soil is low. But leaked test results show contamination levels between 112 and 2,000 times the acceptable amount. The feed asked Transurban, the Minister for Transport, the EPA and the owners of the dump site for interviews, but all declined. In a statement, Transurban said it was still finalising plans for the soil and that it would seek approval from Victoria's Environmental Protection Authority.
If the dust occurs the way we're afraid that it will, we don't know if we can use this produce. We'll have no way of knowing whether it's been contaminated.
Victoria is 22 million hectares. You're telling me 440 metres away from a school is the best place to put a toxic dump? I don't think so. Is it my go?
Yep. I can see your card.
If I can prevent any other family knowing what it's like to have a child whose life is limited on Earth and knowing what it's like to deal with a sick child every single day, then I will do everything in my power to prevent that happening.